Hello everybody and welcome back to MDbtroid, and we have come back to Ridley's lair to not die this time, because that would be embarrassing. So anyways, we've already got the stuff in here, so not much point in exploring around. We can go straight to Ridley here. After I deal with these guys, you can't just leave Diskeys and let us leave hanging around. You never know when they might respawn. All these guys jumping around. Hey, hey! Opedosh! You would think they would get tired eventually. All they do is bounce around. Unless their legs are made out of springs. You'd get tired jumping around eventually. It just happens like that. Get out of my doorway. So yeah, I guess just don't lose a lot of health because the energy tank up there was gone, obviously. So the only way you're going to have a lot of energy is by not getting hit, or by filling up on these guys. Which does not sound like the most appetizing thing to do. What? These door noises are real strange. They sound... The noise makes them sound more like liquid than an actual solid door. Like on Super, they sound like this. There's actual something solid there, and you just sound like a little water bubble or something opening up. Very strange. Sound is very important. Yeah, this door is... Hello, Ridley. Remember me? Yeah. I may... Well... Get out of there. This room is scrolling that way. It worries me a little bit. I'm not sure about this. Why it's doing it. Oh, come on. You can't have that much health. You're just a purple dragon with fireballs. But yeah, Ice Beam may have been a good thing to have grabbed before coming back down here. But oh well. No sense in making things easy on myself. Good grief. At least I haven't lost that much health overall. And he should be close. Very close. So there we go. And I'm like short 70 something missiles. And okay. Okay. Oh hey. You could see the difference in the tiles on the floor for the solid and stuff. That's a nice little difference. And just to refill the energy. And so, yeah, I guess all we really need to do is get Ice Beam. Refill missiles. Launch. Although we can refill missiles while getting Ice Beam. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this room, but that did not help at all, bombs. But this is like really strange. I have no idea. Obviously, I've never touched. And the missile door comes back. And obviously, I've never touched Metroid hacking, but the original one anyway. But that just seems strange. I don't know what's doing that. Or why it's doing that. The game's doing that. I don't know why. And like I said earlier, don't worry too much if you don't get that many missiles on the way back to terrain, because when the Metroids drop missiles, they drop 30 of them, so that makes up for quite a bit. I mean, if you get 2 Metroids in a row that drop missiles, you're up 50 missiles. So, whereas everything else only drops 2. And that is a massive difference. All these other things drop only 2 missiles. Metroids drop 30 missiles. Farming missiles off Metroids is not a bad thing. Just as long as you don't let them eat your brains. The Metroids are kind of like zombies that way. Like, oh, brain jump. Because they go for your head. That's how they're always depicted, munching on their subjects. They never like wrap around its foot or whatever. Always around the head. Like zombie jellyfish things with massive teeth. Okay. I would think if the Metroid could drain whatever this ambiguous energy is, that they could drain it from anywhere unless it's just located in your head. Which would be a possibility, I guess. It's like brain juice. Maybe what they're doing is draining your internal RAM. I should never talk about technological stuff because I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing about that stuff. Oh, hey. Somebody's wanting to get it famous on YouTube. Not that sending me a message would help with that at all. What do you say? We've got 132 missiles right now. I would still have more missiles just from 2 Metroids. Now, granted, that's if I got 2 Metroids in a row that drop missiles, which doesn't always happen. And I just used a missile on that door because I'm a genius. Why not? I got missiles to spare. But yeah, sometimes there are quite large gaps between when Metroids drop missiles and when they drop energy or whatnot, but for the most part, you will almost always be going up in missiles, or at least keeping the same. So if you go in with 30 missiles, you don't waste any, you should always end up with at least 30 missiles. It's not a guarantee, because sometimes the game, RNG, whatever, random number generators, just doesn't like you, and it's just out to get you. Sometimes games do that, because they're mean and just mess you up. And that jump failed. And all the way. And actually, I think I'll grab Ice Beam right up in here. I'm already right here. Didn't show this off in my normal, I guess, natural Metroid playthrough. Get over here, because that jump worked so well last time. See, those guys, I guess they're kind of like Buzzy Beetles as well. And I think I can get it from over here. Oh wait, there's more missiles. Might as well. It never hurts to be prepared. Even if it's overly prepared, it never hurts. Oh, this is the one with 3 missiles, so I was right. And there's nothing else back here. Well, that wasn't it. that was not it. Give me that. Beautiful Gerudos. They sound so much like the Gerudo pirates from Zelda. Like they're Gerutas instead of does. I guess I need to go up there. This ice beam is in Norfair, hidden behind stuff. There's walls again you go through. Because why not? And more missiles. Did this not a lot of almost no Super Metroid hacks have? Of course, Super Metroid didn't really have it either, even though it should have. But it's like dual items just hanging out. These rooms, like the other rooms, 3 items just back to back to back. Like, why don't more hacks and do that? Super Metroid did it in a couple spots. One spot, Meridia, had 2 items. Spot in Criteria had 2 items, but one was hidden. But yeah, I kind of wish more hacks just threw more items. Like that. And right back in here is our ice beam. This was actually one of these stranger... That's a nice looking ice beam pickup. This was actually one of these stranger items. I found it because it seems so much more hidden, because I knew where the other ice beam was. So I'm wondering, what in the world is this amazing thing hiding back here? And then I found out it was just ice beam. I thought for sure it was something amazing, and it turned out to be ice beam. Not that there's anything wrong with ice beam. Just when I already knew where ice beam was in another spot, I was not quite expecting to see it somewhere else. And it's just the same thing. Metroid 2 does it, where you've got I believe, well, I don't think about it, because all the beams like right next to each other in the right before the final segment of the game, so you can just go through, grab whichever one you want, and continue on. That was a good way of getting ice beam, but otherwise I think their beams were somewhat spread apart through the world, some of them anyway. I don't have to replay the game. If I can get the Visual Boy Advance to work with my computer, I can record that along with Fusion. Oh, yeah, 161 missiles will be plenty. Especially if we pick 1 or 2 up for Metroids. And there's still more enemies to go on the way there. Okay, you're never really hurting too much for stuff. I mean, if you die, you start out with 30 energy. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but it's not as bad as you think it is. Especially if you have Various Suit. Because terrain is a little bit, at least Mother Brain's room. If you don't want to be like super careful or whatever, then I would suggest at least 4 energy tanks, probably 5. Go in there if you don't feel like being super careful, trying to avoid stuff and all that. But you could easily, a little bit of carefulness, you could easily get away with 3. And a lot of carefulness, you could do it with 2. Generally, I like going there with a lot of energy, that way I can just be reckless and rush through there. That way, and I could play with the Metroids, hear the little bloop 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 sounds. Those doors sound a lot like water, liquidy. It's like, I guess not water, but it sounds like a liquid something or other. Maybe not. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, they sound like something weird. And we can change the statues a little bit. I always like bombing that room just because it causes the graphics to flash. Of all the things, that's what I like that room for. And we have wonderful... Oh, well, these Metroids look interesting. Look at that, 2 missiles. Don't expect that every time. In fact, I expect that almost none of the time. And here comes issue with the game. Stupid Rinkas. They are going to hit you in door transitions. No matter what. Because they're Rinkas. And that's what they've been trained to do. It is super annoying. Past you guys. It's nice you don't have to destroy all these Metroids. Just freeze them and move on. Which is also why you don't need to have Ice Beam to beat the game. But without Ice Beam, you are going to have a very fun time getting through these rooms. Because you can't fire missiles at doors while Metroids are locked onto you. And you've got missile doors in these rooms. If you don't have Ice Beam, then you'll be either using Wave or your Power Beam or whatever to try and get through these guys. Those Metroids look interesting. Almost like they hit an eyeball. That's more like a 4th brain sack or something. And where's the rest of you? Hello there. No. Oh, that worked. You can just bomb your way through these guys. And we have Mother Brain's room, and Rinka is smacking us right in the face, of course, because why not? Open up, thank you. Let's shoot the platform, because that'll obviously affect the view type. I like how these feeding tube things are called Zebatites. Seems like a very strange name. Why are they named after something on the planet when they're made for Mother Brain? And she looks interesting. Hello there, brain-like thing. Oh, good grief. Stop hitting me. Stop hitting me. That's right, just buzz off. That is a very interesting thing. And those pipes light up. You have a most interesting sprite here. You should really get that checked out. I don't think spikes pounding in your head is such a good sign. Hey! Ooh, wonderful flashing pellet. And, looks like somebody changed this around a little bit. At least there's a little, these aren't like the smallest platforms around. Like spin jumping onto the little dinky platforms is never fun. Now we've got all this. Oh, almost thought that was the exit. It's like, that was early. That's probably put that in as like a catch if you fall. Can land on those, not fall all the way back down to the bottom. That would be my guess. Oh, and here's the elevator. I still think that's a little bit early. Oh well. Anyway, that was MDbtroid. Zeebs is safe. Yay. Because everybody cares about this planet so much. That's why it's in every hack ever. And that is most definitely not the NES Sprite original. Very much based off Zero Mission Sprite. And that was not bad. So yeah, for mostly a graphical hack, I actually do kind of like the fact that Infinity changed it a little bit. I mean, obviously the only levels really changed were the Kraid and Ridley's boss room and then the escape. But I also like that he changed the bosses around just a little bit. Moved Ridley, made him bigger, Kraid's bigger, changed the platform a little bit. It's actually pretty interesting to see. So if you like the original and you wanted to play it again, you might want to check this out. Yeah, there's Snarf Flame. So, get the best ending music ever. I don't think this ending music would have fit very well at the end of Super. But you never know. Could have worked. And there we go. So Metroid-Database. So yeah, that was MDbtroid. It was pretty interesting. Like I said, check it out if you wanted to see play the original again, maybe have it slightly different. And we will see you for something else at some point.